it's probably leaning towards guilt. Now, on the racketeering, I agree with you that the predicate acts may be found, but that's not all they need. There's an ultimate question. The first question on the jury verdict form is, do you find him guilty or not guilty of racketeering? Before you even get to the predicate acts, which you only get to if you find guilt, they could just be hung up on that question and say, this guy's not Tony Soprano. I am not convinced that I even want to find guilt on the act.
Reports are flooding in that Sean Diddy Combs is secretly making a deal with the FBI, and the shocking part is he's ready to hand over none other than Jay-Z. The entire hip-hop world is spinning after these leaks hit, because if what insiders are saying is true, this isn't just some legal move, it's deep personal revenge wrapped up as cooperation sources claim Diddy is trying to get house arrest instead of a 50-month prison sentence, a smaller fine, and to have all those lawsuits that have been bleeding his empire dismissed. But the prosecutors reportedly wanted something huge in return, the name of someone higher, someone closer, and that's when Diddy allegedly put one name on the table, the man he once called his brother Jay-Z.
So why should I care? He did a whole lot of shit to a whole lot of people, and now he's paying for it. So all these cats, I guess y'all get y'all visitation rights. Some of y'all can get y'all conjugal visits right with him. I don't give.
Diddy is now serving a little over 4 years after being convicted. In New York on transportation and solicitation charges, his 2024 trial was nothing short of brutal. Prosecutors accused him of forcing women into encounters they never wanted, and his own recordings were turned against him. His emotional apology in court made national headlines as he begged for mercy, saying he had changed. But since his sentencing, insiders say the talk around him hasn't been about remorse. It's been about strategy. Word is that Diddy has started negotiating directly with federal agents, offering files, evidence, and names in exchange for a lighter sentence. And the shocking part is many believe he thinks Jay-Z was the one who set him up. This might sound wild until you see how everything lines up. Jay-Z has been completely silent since Diddy's arrest in September 2024, a silence that now feels calculated. During that time, Diddy's homes were raided, witnesses came forward, and the FBI called his actions a pattern of exploitation. Yet Jay-Z, the man who once called Diddy his brother, said nothing. Even 50 Cent jumped online mocking the situation, saying Jay-Z must be missing because nobody could find him for comment. Weeks later, both men were named in the same updated civil lawsuit. A woman called Jane Doe accused them of taking turns assaulting her at a 2000 after-party following the Video Music Awards. She claimed she was only 13 at the time, had been drugged, and that a famous female celebrity watched it all. Jay-Z's team called it blackmail, while Diddy's lawyers scrambled to face more charges, and the picture became clear: one man behind bars, the other walking free.
This morning, rap mogul Jay-Z is denying allegations he sexually assaulted a 13-year-old girl alongside rapper Sean Diddy Combs. That civil lawsuit filed against Combs in October was amended Sunday to include Jay-Z. The accuser, identified only as Jane Doe, says she was sexually assaulted by both men.
That lawsuit, coming back after more than 20 years, seems to be the breaking point when Diddy finally turned on his old friend. Insiders close to his circle say he started telling people that Jay-Z had way more secrets to hide, and right around that time, the spotlight shifted to Jay. Zaz long-buried paternity scandals. Two different people, a woman named Letitia Meir and a man named Remir Satwait, have both claimed for years that Jay-Z is their father, and now both cases are back in court. Letitia from Maryland says she grew up hearing that Jay-Z was her dad, that her mother met him through family friends, and that everyone in their neighborhood already knew. She has even posted photos online showing their faces side by side, saying there is no way he can deny it. And to make things worse, a former friend of Jay-Z, singer Asho, claims Jay-Z secretly pays for Mishir's home in Cambridge, Maryland, under a private deal that keeps his name completely off the mailbox.
I would hope he would think about it and this would be in his mind, but I wouldn't actually know what another person is feeling.
Meanwhile, Remir Satwait, now in his early 30s, is still fighting for a DNA test after more than 10 years of legal battles. His late mother, Wanda, swore in an affidavit that she had a short relationship with Jay-Z back in 1992 when she was just 16. Jay-Z's legal team has called the filings a long-running campaign of harassment, and while multiple courts have dismissed the case, the accusations never seem to stay buried. Every time Jay-Z faces new public controversy, the story comes back up. The latest filing from May 2025 claims Jay-Z's lawyers blocked a DNA test by falsely saying he had no property in New Jersey. Jay-Z has denied any wrongdoing and is now asking federal judges to throw the case out for good. But to Diddy's inner circle, this all looked like weakness, a secret that could be used if things ever went bad. And when you look back at how close these two really were, It makes sense why this betrayal cut so deep in 1997, right after the death of their mutual friend. Biggie Smalls' Diddy featured Jay-Z on his album No Way Out, and Jay-Z returned the favor on In My Lifetime Volume 1. Just 2 years later, they both got into legal trouble. Diddy ran from a nightclub shooting with Jennifer Lopez, while Jay-Z pleaded guilty to assaulting producer Lance Rivera. And that shared scandal weirdly brought them closer in 2005. They stood side by side donating $1 million to Hurricane Katrina victims. By 2009, Diddy was calling Jay-Z his black brother, saying any competition was only for outsiders. And in 2020, at the ROC Nation Black Billionaire Brunch, Diddy raised a toast, saying, "We are here together. We are staying together. We are getting tighter united. We stand with Jay-Z nodding right beside him," the picture-perfect image of loyalty.
I think that they don't want, if they was in any of those freak-off tapes, if they played a part in any of those Diddy sessions, they don't want it to get out to the general public to make up their brand.
But loyalty in that world never lasts long after. 2022, when Diddy received his Lifetime Achievement Award at the Bet Awards and Jay-Z appeared in a tribute video, calling him an inspiration, things started to crack the very next year when the first trafficking accusations came out. Jay-Z quietly pulled away by March 2024. Federal agents had raided Diddy's Miami mansion, and 50 Cent's joke about Jay-Z hiding blew up, online getting millions of views. While the internet buzzed, Jay-Z stayed completely silent. No support, no defense, not even a comment behind the scenes. Diddy took that silence as a knife in the back. People close to him say he started claiming Jay-Z was secretly feeding investigators information through middlemen. Nobody could prove it, but the rumor spread fast across Hollywood. Boardrooms, entertainment, law offices, and gossip. Blogs, and soon that quiet distrust turned into open suspicion.
As far as, is he going to turn people in? Is he going to cooperate? If the federal government wants him to cooperate and they're going to cut his time, because right now he's looking at 15 to life. With all the charges he had to, he won't get out till 70 years old. He about 70. That's when they start talking about letting him come to a halfway house.
The question everyone is asking now is Diddy really going to cooperate? Sources say the federal government is ready to cut his time, because with the charges stacked against him, he could be facing 15 years to life, meaning he might not get out until he's nearly 70, only then would he even be considered for a halfway house. But everything changed in December 2024, when the amended civil lawsuit named both him and Jay-Z. That was the breaking point. One of Diddy's associates told reporters that he snapped and started talking about payback. And if these reports are real, that payback is coming in the form of cooperation. What Diddy allegedly handed the FBI wasn't just files. It was context, stories, emails, and private accounts linking Jay-Z to what one investigator reportedly called the same network of enablers, for agents trying to prove how celebrity power connects to exploitation. That kind of inside information could be priceless, and for Diddy, who has already lost his freedom, his fortune, and most of his reputation, revenge might be the only thing left to live for. To see how personal this really is, we have to go back to another hidden thread: the whispers about women who moved between both of their circles. Diddy has had high-profile relationships with Cassie Ventura, Kim Porter, and others, while Jay-Z, of course, is married to Beyonce. But insiders have claimed that before that marriage, and even after things were messy between their social worlds, Diddy reportedly told close friends that Jay-Z had been involved with some of the same women he once dated, that one of those overlaps happened when Diddy's partner was pregnant. And that moment sparked a deep, personal feud. There's no solid evidence for those claims. But in the world of tabloids, personal betrayal often fuels public destruction.
And so the judge, again, seemed to be taking that matter pretty seriously and just pretty much said that, everyone, the judge, the attorneys, the witnesses' attorneys, the accusers' attorneys, they all have to adhere to these professional rules. They all have to adhere to this professional conduct. And if this continues and if more things are said that get onto the judge's radar.
If that's really true, then Diddy working with the FBI isn't just about saving himself, it's pure emotional revenge. The story forming around him now paints a picture of a man who believes his own brother in business and friendship destroyed him, and now he's ready to flip the script. Legal insiders call it trading personal history for protection. Nobody knows exactly what Diddy is offering. Some say he's giving up financial records tied to Roc Nation. Others believe he's exposing dark secrets from the late 90s and early 2000s, especially those infamous white parties that have suddenly come under new investigation. Meanwhile, Jay-Z is sticking to the same playbook he used during Diddy's downfall. Silence. He's been spotted at industry events, but never answers questions about the lawsuits or Diddy's situation. His lawyers are busy fighting off paternity claims, handling the Jane Doe case, and protecting his empire under Roc Nation. Beyonce has stayed completely out of it, keeping her focus on touring. And family, that calm, unbothered image, stands in total contrast to the chaos surrounding Diddy, and for many watching it only reinforces the idea that one man took the fall, while the other managed to walk away untouched.
Man, I feel good, man. I feel good way before the sentencing, and I'm gonna feel good way after it. You know what I'm saying? That the sentencing don't have anything to do with how I feel. It just goes me to show, that tells me when God puts you in a position and puts you in a place to be involved in something, his word ain't never wrong.
The long history between Diddy and Jay-Z makes the alleged betrayal almost impossible to believe. After Biggie's death, Diddy was one of the people who helped shape Jay-Z's early image, and later Jay-Z brought Diddy into major business deals. They stood shoulder to shoulder when hip-hop was under fire from police and politicians, both accused of glorifying violence, both surviving scandal after scandal over the years. Diddy often called Jay-Z his strategist, the person he reached out to whenever things went bad. He even said it publicly. At the 20th anniversary of Bad Boy Records, whenever I get in trouble, this is the one I call, this is my brother. And now that same brother has become the centerpiece of his supposed plea deal. What makes this even more explosive is the timing. Diddy's next federal trial starts in May 2025, while Jay-Z is still tied up in court with new filings from Ramir Satwait and rising public pressure from the civil assault case for prosecutors. That timing could be a weapon for Diddy. It could be a chance. People close to him say he's become obsessed with his legacy. He's not just trying to avoid more prison time, he's trying to rewrite how history remembers him, not as the only villain, but as a man who was betrayed. And if turning in Jay-Z helps him do that, insiders believe he won't hesitate.
So why does it all come to a head now? Why now? Why?
Because he's the acceptable monster at this time, like R. Kelly was the last time I sat on this couch.
So who's next?
Y'all don't see the lineup?
Yeah, we see the lineup.
Behind all of this, the biggest question is motive. Why would Jay-Z, one of the most powerful and untouchable figures in entertainment, risk turning against Diddy in the first place? One theory making rounds in their shared circles is simple survival, that Jay-Z saw the investigations coming from miles away and slowly pulled back to protect his billion-dollar image and brand. But another theory is much darker, that he quietly worked with investigators to shift the spotlight away from his own skeletons. The rumors of hidden children and past misconduct that never fully disappeared. People in Diddy's circle reportedly believe this second version, and that belief is now driving the entire wave of talk about his cooperation with the FBI, the story dominating every headline in hip-hop and Hollywood.